So if you're just joining us, it's Bret Gregory, and tell us what city and country you are tuning in from. And we're doing a simulcast right now. And so what that means is that I am at one time on Facebook. We're on Facebook Live, and at another time, at the same time, we're also on Webinar Jam. And so I can share the secrets with you about how we're doing that. If you want to know, then please tell us that you would like to know that. Just go ahead and put in the comments. Say, hey, how do you do Facebook Live with your and Webinar Jam at the same time? And I'll be happy to share that with you. So come join us. We are live. All right, so I'm doing some posting at the same time. So do me a favor and tell us what city and country you're from. So on Webinar Jam, we have Alfred from Vancouver, Trish is from Park City, and Wayne is from Pasco, Washington. Hey, PK, how are you? Andreas from Brisbane. Michael's from Los Angeles. Jeff, Arjun, Alfred, and yeah, Jeff, good to see all you guys here. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to just show you like what's going on. So I feel like I'm in a cockpit right now because on one screen here I've got my Ever webinar. So you can see because I'm sharing the screen, that's sharing the screen, that's sharing the screen. It just keeps going back. So that's my Ever webinar. That's the one thing that I'm doing. And at the same time, I am simulcasting to Facebook Live. So we are on Facebook Live right now. So you're seeing the simulcast. And so, by the way, if you are in, if you're live with us on Webinar Jam, because we normally do this on Webinar Jam, and you want to actually watch this on Facebook Live, then you can do so by heading over to my page. So I'm just putting my Facebook page in there, which is facebook.com/like Bret. And you can go and check it out. So for those of you who are seeing it other places, then you can see it there again. It looks like my Zoom might have just crashed. So I'm going to try that again. I think, yeah, this is the first time we're doing this simulcast. So it might be a little much for the system, but, we're trying it anyway, nonetheless. So, yeah, I think Zoom just crashed there for a second, or maybe it was Facebook Live that just crashed. But the Webinar Jam seems to be going strong and doing just fine. And I think I had to come up and do it. I had to start it again. So anyway, looks like I got to start it again. So just so you guys can see what's happening here on this other screen, I started it again, and it actually went back to my personal profile. So I have to redo it one other time. But what I'm doing right now, I know I'm fully aware that this is probably confusing. So just bear with me, because this is the first time I'm doing a simulcast the way that, this way. And so we're using like 3 different systems at the same time. I'm using Zoom, I'm using Webinar Jam, and we're using Facebook Live. We're doing it all at the same time. And I think I crashed my Zoom. So I'm gonna have to do that again one more time. Always fun here. But what we're going to work on today is I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use Facebook ads to drive traffic to your website. So if you guys are with us on Webinar Jam, go ahead and ask your questions about how to, whatever questions you have about driving traffic to your website. So Grace, Kate, Andrea, Alfred, Jeff, anybody, Michael, go ahead and ask your questions about whatever questions you have about driving traffic to your website. And then for those of you who want to know, here we go. So several people have asked, how do you do the simulcast? So let me just show you. I'll just share my screen. So what you're looking at here, this is our Zoom screen. So if I just click on my webinar on Zoom, so I go into my webinar, I'm going to click Start this webinar on Zoom. And so some of you are watching this on Webinar Jam, and you're seeing me do this on Zoom at the same time. So I'm doing this on Zoom so that I can also do this on Facebook Live at the same time. And it's going kind of slow because we've got so much going on at the same time. So it says launching kind of forever. Usually it doesn't take that long. It usually kind of just pops right up really quickly. But I think because I'm running so many systems at the same time, it's not really meant to do all that. But Ed, yep, this is live, my friend. Happy Valentine's Day. Rebel, how can I buy ads that my friends see in my personal Facebook page without violating Facebook rules? Okay, good question, Rebel. I will show you that. And then let me see if I can, I got to work on getting my Zoom back up and running so that I can get it, try and do the simulcast again. It kind of crashed on me earlier. So anyway, so what we're talking about here is we're talking about driving traffic to your website, but specifically from Facebook. When you drive traffic to your website, you don't want to only drive traffic to your homepage. In fact, driving traffic to our homepage is really, that's really like that's like the worst thing that you can do. And the reason why is because when our homepages are usually terrible places to get email addresses. Most people who come to our homepage, they don't opt in to give us their email address. Instead, what tends to work a whole lot better is if you instead get people to go to what we call a squeeze page. So squeeze page is where they can like download your lead magnet, for example, and download some kind of free gift that you're giving to them. And I'm going to see if I can get my, oh, here's Zoom. Okay. Zoom. Oh, there we go. I think we're getting a little bit closer to getting the simulcast going again. And I'm going to see if I can free up some resources to make this puppy work. If I go, I got to go to my webinar. It's not really cooperating with me that well. So I'll have to try it a different way. So anyway, back to what we're talking about. The big mistake that I see lots and lots of people make is when they're trying to create their Facebook ad. They drive Facebook ad traffic directly to their homepage instead of where they wanted to drive the traffic to. So the better thing to do instead of driving traffic from your Facebook ad to your homepage is drive traffic from your Facebook ad to a squeeze page. Now, a squeeze page is just, it looks fair, you know, this is a good example of a squeeze page. This is a good example of how you could drive traffic to a website that just has one function and one function only. People opt in with their email address to get your lead magnet. Your lead magnet is just your free gift. Okay, so Zoom came up again. So again, I'm sorry to kind of go back and forth, but Zoom sort of crashed on me, and many people wanted to see how we were simulcasting. So hopefully this will work. I'm now back in my Zoom webinar, and I click on these three little buttons here, and it says live on Facebook. So Zoom is paid software. You have to have a Zoom Pro account, and you have to get the webinar package. The good news is the Pro account's only $15 a month, and the webinar package is only $40 a month to start. So it's actually pretty reasonable. And so I'm gonna wait for the next section. So that was step one. I'm gonna wait for step two to come up, and then I'll show you step two. So please, I apologize for the back and forth, but this is the first time we're doing the simulcast, so I got to figure out how to make the simulcast software work, and it's going a little slow at the moment, so it's giving us some trouble, but we'll try it. I'll see if we can make it work. Okay, so back to this. Aha. Okay, of course, every time I say something, it starts working again. So here we go. Back on Zoom. All right, so I'm now on Zoom. It says broadcast my Zoom webinar to Facebook Live. All right, and so where do I want to broadcast it to? I want to broadcast it to a page. Then I have to choose the page. This is my page, Bret Gregory. There we go. And now I click Go Live. All right, and once it actually starts going live, Okay, it says on my other screen that it's now live on Facebook. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my desktop. And that should make what you guys are watching on Webinar Jam live on Facebook. Aha, so it looks like it is working. And yeah, John says, sucking up resources, bandwidth, and graphic computer power. John, you are 100% correct. But there it goes, it's working. So you can see it's live now. And so John, normally I wouldn't run Webinar Jam and Zoom at the same time because wow, that's a lot of resources, but it's actually working right now. So if you wanted to see what you're watching right now on Facebook Live, you could do so. And you can do so here. So Marla says, I get Zoom and Facebook, but why Zoom and Webinar Jam? Only because, Marla, we've been doing Webinar Jam this Tuesday live class. We've been doing on Webinar Jam for over a year, every single Tuesday on Webinar Jam. So we have thousands of people registered through Webinar Jam to attend this webinar. And people aren't used to seeing this webinar on Facebook Live. This is, in fact, the very first time, our inaugural Valentine's Day event here to do Facebook Live. So if you want to see what, if you want to actually see this webinar on Facebook, you could do so right now over on my Facebook page. And that's at facebook.com/like Bret. And in fact, I'm going to see if I can even, it's pretty cool because while Facebook Live is running, I can click share here and I can share this in a group. So I'm going to share this in our Facebook group. We have about 1,800 entrepreneurs in our Attract Customers Now live group. So there it is. So come join us live. All right, so you can see, 3 people have already come on live there. And that's normal. It usually starts slow and then starts to build. Okay, so let's now get back to what we were trying to do. And for those other people here, please make comments. Please ask questions on both Facebook and Webinar Jam, and I'll be able to see both of them. It's really fun. Okay, so here we go. Now let's get back to how do you get email addresses from Facebook ads. All right, so we talked about when you're doing a Facebook ad, you want to get people to not your home page. Okay, our home pages, this is a big mistake. Our home pages are really one of the worst places to drive traffic to because they don't convert. So that's a big mistake. Don't drive traffic to your home page. Instead, drive traffic to your squeeze page. So I use leadpages.com. There are a bunch of different pages out there, a bunch of different third-party software that you can use that work really well to create squeeze pages. And that's just a simple jargon to say it's a page on your website that has one function and one function only. People can they get to this page and they either leave or they opt in with their email address to receive the free gift. That's it. And they can't navigate around. Like you can't poke around and check out the blog. You can't look around other tabs. And you can't do anything but opt in or leave. And that's the purpose of that. So how do you get this and turn it into an ad effectively on Facebook? Well, it's really simple. You go to the page where you have your squeeze page. Again, I use lead pages. You simply copy the URL and you simply paste it on your Facebook page. Anybody can copy and paste. It's really that easy. I'll just do a quick little live demo here in just a second, but you just simply copy and paste it to your Facebook page. If you want, so you can see here, when I copy and paste the URL, Facebook picks up 2 images that are already on the landing page. I could just hit publish and leave those images there. Or if I wanted to upload another image, down at the bottom, I can click this little plus button and I can upload another image. It's totally up to you. You can add whatever you want, but this is the finishing touch here. This is what it looks like. And if you guys want to see the see the actual lead magnet, go ahead and write in the words lead magnet. Whether you're on Facebook or Webinar Jam, just go down below, go into the chat, the questions area, and write in the words lead magnet. If you want to see me do a live demo and you want to see how I actually do this, go ahead and write the words lead magnet. So Marla's asking, what's a lead magnet? So lead magnet, Marla, that's just your free gift that you give away in exchange for an email address. So if you get email addresses, you can call those leads, and we call the free gift a lead magnet. Very simple. So well, I see a lot of people writing the words lead magnet. Hey, PK. Hey, Ed, Cameron, writing the words lead magnet. Again, if you guys want to, if you want to see what this looks like on Facebook, just pop right over to the Facebook page and you can watch this on Facebook. You could, it would be fun if you guys are on Webinar Jam, just pull out your phone and go to Facebook on your phone. And it's cool because the Facebook on your phone has different controls. And if you go to Facebook on your phone, if you just go into search and you type in Bret Gregory, you should be able to find, Bret has 1 T, you should be able to find my Facebook page, and then you can watch what we're doing, right there from your phone, and you should be able to see it. Okay, so hang on a second. I am going to continue here. Hang on a second. All right, so several people wanted to see that. So this is an example. All right, so I'm going to show you guys this. So here is the high converting lead magnet. All right, so there you see. So if I take that URL, so this is where if you want to get, for example, this particular free gift is I created a signature talk template. It solves a specific problem for people who want to have a high converting signature talk. So whether you're a coach, author, speaker, consultant, business to business, and you want to have a signature talk, I've got an awesome fill in the blank signature talk high converting template. And if you want to get this, you simply go here and you click here and you put in your name and email. Now, I want to get this on my Facebook page. So in order to do that, it is as simple, all right? So if I come over here, it is really literally as simple as copy and paste. Here's the finished product here, but let me just show you. If you go to the top here and you click write something, you just click right in there and you see how it kind of highlights, and then I hit paste. I'm going to, yep, there it goes. All right, it pastes, so there it is. See how it's pre-populating there? And see how it's grabbing those images already? So it's already pre-populated. If I wanted to, I could go and type in some information at the top, which I certainly recommend. I would never just put in a copy and paste and not type anything in. You want to, what I prefer to do is tell people a little story about why this is important to them, how I figured out, how I learned this signature talk, and why I'm passionate about helping other entrepreneurs create your businesses and build your businesses. That's what I would write up here. I wouldn't just leave it there. And then if I really wanted to, I would hit this little plus button if I wanted to add another picture. But then you just click publish and it's done. Now, I'm not going to do that because I already published this. So I'm going to exit that because I already published this below. So you can go down and take a look at it. There it is. All right, so I did this particular post. You can see how nice it looks. It's got my signature talk template. It's got the copy in there. Now I clicked on it because it's a longer post. It's going to open here on another page. But I clicked on the copy and I filled in the rest of the information. And again, it's going a little bit slow, but you can see here I've got kind of a longer post. And here, I see these longer posts working better these days. These longer posts seem to convert better these days because it has more information that people can go through and they can read this and they can decide whether or not they want to click on it. So it's literally just copy and paste. So hopefully the folks, you guys like that. And yeah, I see a lot of people writing lead magnet. So yeah, it works really well. I'm a big fan of this. And then I'll show you how to turn this into an ad. Okay, so the next step is, now that we've got the post here, the post is now done. Now we can turn this into an ad. Okay, so since I use something called Facebook Business Manager, and if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It makes no difference to you. If you don't use Facebook Business Manager, don't worry about it. This is all probably going to look very, very similar. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this post into an ad. Okay, so you can see I've done this before. So far, this ad has reached 69,000 people. All right, we did that from a boosted post. And you can see it's gotten 2,700 likes. It's gotten 58 shares, and it's gotten over 46 comments. Okay, and so, you know, and one thing that's important is having a post that is worthy of getting shares. And you can see what people have been writing on this, like Conversations with Thea, you know, it says brilliant, just brilliant. The biggest value for me was the detail that you went into each step, and so on. So the point here is that what I see, a big mistake that I see a lot of people making is when they do an advertisement, they do a Facebook ad, and they drive traffic to Facebook, but they don't put in something that has a ton of value. It's more along the line of buy my stuff. You know, it's just like, sign up for my webinar, buy my stuff, do this, do that. And it's not worthy of people writing comments on it. It's not shareable. So it's important that when you're doing this kind of a post, if you want people to share it, your post should be shareable. And the best way to do that is to add as much value as you can in the post that you are delivering. Okay, so that's super important. All right, and then once you have this post, then you can do the boosted post. Okay, so if I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click on View Results here because I did the post already. If I hadn't done a post yet, this View Results, instead of saying View Results, it would be a blue button that says Boost Post. And I could just click the Boost Post button, and then I could do a Facebook ad. And what I recommend here is, and you can see the this post, we only spent $37. That's it, $37. And got 2,235 likes, and which is huge, and that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to run this promotion again. I'm going to boost this again. So again, $30 like did really, really well. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a $20 boost. Okay, so I'm going to add budget. I'm going to add $20 to this. So there we go. I click Add Budget. And the promotion, that's it. It's like that easy, okay? So boosting a post is incredibly simple, all right? I just did it. You just watched me do it. I clicked the button that said Boost Post, and we're off to the races. Now, though, boosting posts gets you lots of social proof. Okay, what's social proof? Social proof here is 2,700 people have clicked the like button on this ad. That's some serious social proof. So that's really good. That's awesome. And that by itself, though, doesn't get people to click on the ad and drive traffic and put in their email address. That's a different type of ad. Okay, so what I recommend when people, if you want to build your email list from Facebook, you post your free gift on Facebook, and then you run two different kind of ads. Type 1 is boost post. All right, so you just saw me boost a post. That one's really, really easy. Okay. Oh, Galit says, is that $37 per day? No, that's $37 forever, Galit. That was just plain old $37. Okay. And Galit said, how much do you pay per ad in order to get that many people per month in general. Yeah, in that particular one, Galet, that was just $37. That's it. One time only. But again, that was just to get likes. Likes do not equal email addresses. These people who liked it, I don't know who they are. I mean, I can go through and look, but I don't have their email addresses. What I want people to do, that's important, that's nice, but now I want people to click here. If you click here, that's what takes you to the actual landing page where you have the opportunity to put in your email address, okay? That's what I want. Now, this ad is a different ad, okay? If I want to get a lot of people to do this, I do a different ad. So let's go to part 2. So we covered part 1. We showed you how to put your lead magnet on your Facebook page. Just copy and paste, simple. It's really that easy. You just copy and paste it and you're good to go there. Now what we're going to do is now we're going to create the second type of ad, which is called a website clicks ad, okay? So now we're going to do the website clicks ad. And again, if you guys want to, if you're on Webinar Jam and you want to see this on Facebook, go ahead and you can just click over there to my page and you can see it. I just copy and pasted the link in the Webinar Jam viewing area so you guys can check it out. Okay, so now here we go. Create your website post clicks ad. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So we just showed you how to copy and paste the lead magnet right there to your Facebook page. I want to make sure, hang on a second, I want to make sure I got the right slide deck. Yep, this is the right one. And so what we're going to do in driving traffic to the ad, driving traffic to your lead magnet, what we're going to do is we're going to massively leverage word of mouth advertising, okay? And what that means is that on Facebook, Facebook is the largest word of mouth marketing network in the world. And doing what I'm showing you how to do is a step-by-step process that anyone can do. Now, some of you may be seeing this for the first time, so it might feel a little bit overwhelming, but others of you have been watching me do this for a while now, and you realize it's just like copy and pasting your free gift to Facebook. And here we can target your customers, and making these ads is going to be easy and fun. So we can drive traffic to your lead page from Facebook. I'm showing you an example of another ad that I had done in the past where we were giving away a free gift called How to Attract High-End Clients Now. And people would click on that on our Facebook page and they would come over to our website and they would enter in their email address and they would download their free gift. They'd download their lead magnet. And it was copy and paste simple, okay? So remember, first thing you do is you create your page post. I just demonstrated that. I showed you how to create your page post. So you copy and paste your link from your lead pages or your website to Facebook, and then you do the post. And one thing that's helpful to you when you're doing this is just to pay attention to the date when you did this. The reason why that's valuable is because now we're going to go create a second type of ad. So we did a boosted post. You already saw that. Now we're going to create a second type of ad. And it's called a website clicks ad so that you can drive traffic to your website. You want to get clicks and drive traffic to your website. So it's a different type of ad. So we're going to do this now. So hang on a second. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. So you want to remember the date there because you might create your post one day and then you might decide to create the ad later. And when you create the ad later, let's say you create the ad a week later, a month later, whenever, you're going to need to go back and reference the specific post. And I'll show you how to do that. It's really easy. So then we're going to go and create our ad. So how do you go and create your ad? Well, the first thing is you got to go to your Facebook Ads Manager. You find that at facebook.com/ads/manage. If you've never created a Facebook ad before, that's where you go. You can put that into your URL. And you get to the right place where you can create your ad. On the upper right hand side, you'll see a big green button that says create ad. Okay, and the type of ad that we're going to create, or the objective of the ad, is to get traffic to your website. And so you can see there on the left, I highlighted where it says objective, and that's what we want. We want traffic, and then the big arrow in the middle is which one we're going to select. So for the objective, we select traffic, and then you're going to need to create a name. It's going to make you name it, so you have to create a name. And then you could hit continue. And here for this example, I just wrote lead magnet website traffic. Very self-explanatory and simple. Okay. Then the next thing is we chose that we want the type of ad to drive traffic. Then we need to select the audience. Now, I have a whole training on how to find your audience. We're not going to do that one right now. So if you have never created an audience before, you would select the create new button, and you can just go then and select who you want to target. But for the sake of this training, we're just going to focus on driving traffic through an audience that we already created. And so in this case, here I have women who live in the United States who make over $150,000 a year, who are entrepreneurs. They like Entrepreneur Magazine, they like Success Magazine, they might like Brendon Burchard, Sandy Krakowski, and so on. And they make more than $150,000 a year. They're between 40 and 65. Okay, so that's just one audience that I might want to drive traffic to. Okay, so now so once you select your audience, then it goes to placements. Where do you want the ads to be seen? Do you want it to be seen on the cell phone? Do you want it to be seen on the desktop? Do you want it to be seen on the right-hand column? And I just say leave it at the default. Pretty much 90+% of the time when you're creating an ad, you just leave it at the default, okay? And then the next step is you select your budget. All right, so you can select whatever budget you want. This one is showing $20 a day. But I'm actually going to run this ad. When I run this particular ad, I'm going to invest over $1,000. Now, this is me and my business. So, we have a pretty substantial business that's, doing over $60,000 a month. So that's commensurate with the size of our business. You can do any budget you want. If you want to do $5, do $5. If you want to do $100, do $100. You can do whatever budget you want. You pick the budget, and then you can choose, is this spend it every day? Or you can click this little drop down and say, I only want to spend $20, period. And that $20 is going to happen over the next 2 or 3 days. So that choice is yours. Just keep it simple. The next thing is, again, leave everything at the default. So it's going to default. It's going to say optimization for ad delivery, link clicks. Just leave it there. Everything else, bid amount, automatic, leave it there. Leave everything else the default. Don't touch anything. Not until you get a lot more sophisticated. The good news is it's set up to give you the best opportunity to win and to get the success that you want to get. So just don't mess with it unless you feel confident that you can do better than Facebook's defaults. Okay, you got to pick a name, so make it really simple. Hit continue, and then now it takes you to this next screen. So you could either create a new ad or use an existing post. Well, remember, I just said we're going to use the existing post. And that's why I wanted you to take note of the date of when you created the post. Now, sometimes if you create the post on Tuesday and you run the ad immediately after that, it'll be the very first post up there. But again, sometimes you create the post and it might be a post that you did 4 weeks ago, and you have to go and look around for it a little bit. But you just click on this button that says use existing post, and then it'll pull up here. It'll say, okay, here's your Facebook page, and then it'll start to show you which post, and you'll have a drop down, and you'll be able to select the post. So that's how you create the ad And I can do, I'll do another example here, but that's how you create the website clicks ad, and you can do it very simply. So again, if I'm going to spend $100 on an ad, driving traffic to build my email list, I'll spend $10 on a boosted post and $90 on a website clicks ad. Okay, $10 on a boosted post and $90 on a website clicks ad. And again, that boosted post is the thing that helps us get those 2,700 likes, and it helps us get the social proof. So I would spend 10% of my budget on that, and then I'm going to spend 90% of my budget driving traffic to my website so I can build and grow my email list. Okay, let's see. Cheryl Ann, where do I get on Greg's page? Well, I don't know who Greg is. I'm Bret. But if you want to go to my page, you can go to facebook.com/like Bret, and you can see the Facebook live stream from there. And Cameron, are you saying to boost ad for likes before using the same ad for website clicks? Yeah, that's usually what I do, Cameron. Arjun, would it be okay to boost post promoting an upcoming webinar? Yeah, absolutely. Now you're talking, Arjun. You're on the right track. So Victoria, so the post has to be set up with the lead magnet first before the Facebook ad is set up. Yes, you are correct, Victoria. You got it. PK, is there an optimum day or time to post lead magnets? No, just do it anytime. Because usually, PK, if you're going to post a lead magnet, you're probably going to leave it up for a long time. My lead magnets might stay up for a month or 2 months, or in some cases, if they're doing really well, longer. So the time of day is pretty much irrelevant for that. Marla, on my Facebook About Me page, do I rotate through lead magnet pages as upcoming group classes or private coaching or other events change, or stay with one lead magnet? Well, Marla, first thing is just get one lead magnet going and working. So before you worry about getting really fancy, just get one kind of up and running and going, and then you're once you get one working, then you can start thinking about your next one, so you don't have to agonize over lots and lots and lots of different lead magnets. So okay, cool. All right, so now I'm going to do the so I showed you the slides of how to do it. If you guys want to see me run the Facebook ad, write the words, run the ad in the chat, and then I'll be glad to show you. So here we go. So if you want to see me actually run the ad, then and do the live demo, then go ahead and write the words run the ad, and then I will show you how to do that. And so what I'm going to do here is, as I'm waiting for the feedback from you guys, I'm going to pull up my Facebook ads account on a different screen. Okay. And PK says run the ad. PK, you're the only one who wants to see it. Oh, there's Jeff. Jeff wants to see it. John's laughing. All right. Okay, so let me go here now to my business manager account. Paulette says run the ad. She's joined into the fray. Thank you, Paulette. I appreciate it. I was getting lonely over here. Michelle wants it. Gail, okay, now you guys are talking. Now you're engaged. I appreciate that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head over to my ads manager. So remember, how do you get to your ads manager? You go to facebook.com/ads/manage. Okay. So I'm going to give you another quick little example here and just remind you how you get there. Okay, so it's like this. So if you want to find your ads manager, you go to facebook.com/ads/manager. Okay, that's how you get there. And yes, this is all being recorded. So people like to ask that question every time we do a webinar. So yes, it's being recorded. And here we go. So I'm now in my Facebook Ads Manager. Okay, so it looks just like I showed you. And I click first here, I can click on traffic. All right, so there we go. So I got traffic. Okay, and so now now I go down and I would name it. And so I'm going to name it, you know, lead magnet traffic, and then I hit continue. All right, so now it says, so you can see here, now I'm at the traffic ad set. All right, and so then the first question it's going to ask me is, where do I want to drive the traffic? Here, in this case, it says website or messenger. So again, just leave the defaults alone. So if something is at a default selection, you don't need to touch it. So now here's the audience here, and I can create a new audience if I wanted to, or I could click use a saved audience. So in this case, I'm going to use a saved audience. And let's find, I'm going to find people who are, let's see. Give me just a second here. I got my 4.5 million entrepreneurs who make more than, or who are over age 30. And then let me see, I've got another one. Let me just pick the right, okay, this one's good. So I got 6 million entrepreneurs here on this one. So I'm gonna select this one here. You can see the size, it says 6 million people. Actually, it looks even larger. This is 16 million people, which is fine. That works great. So these are 16 million people. And these people are, you know, entrepreneurs, small business owners, coaches, authors, speakers. So I'm going to run this ad to 16 million people. So you're going to see me do that right now. Again, placements, automatic. I'm not going to touch it. Just leave it alone. Budget and schedule. I can choose whatever budget I want. I could set it daily. But in this case, what I'm going to do, I'll put in a lifetime budget. And I'm going to spend $1,000 on this ad. So I'm going to spend $1,000, not $31,000. I'm going to spend $1,000 on this ad here. Okay, and you can see it defaults for a month. I'm going to make it run for just a week because that would be I don't want to wait that long. So if we're at Tuesday, we're going to run this ad for $1,000 from Tuesday to Tuesday. Okay, and it's going to reach a lot of people fast. Okay. So now I'm going to leave everything else the default. I'm not going to touch anything. Optimization, link clicks, I'm not touching bid amount, I'm not touching anything. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say link clicks, lead magnet ad. All right, so now I hit continue. And now it's going to take me to this page. So I can either start from scratch and create a new ad, but I don't want to do that. I want to use an existing post. So there we go. I click on use existing post here, and now I have to select the post. So it's going to default now I had selected this one earlier, but that's the post. It's right there. I've already gotten it. But if, let's say when I started this process, it was on the wrong post, I would just hit this drop down and I would go and select the correct post. I know that this is the correct post, but you know, I could just scroll around and find it. I know that this is the right one. So I select the correct one and there we go. Now I don't have to do anything else because the ad's already created. I'm just taking a existing post that already has 2,700 reactions and 48 comments and 58 shares. I've already got that. And now I'm going to click place order. There we go. You just saw me do a $1,000 ad. This $1,000 ad is probably going to reach somewhere, you know, I think we've already reached 60,000. This ad will probably reach, by the time all is said and done, 200 to 250,000 business owners, coaches, authors, speakers, entrepreneurs, and so on. So there we go. And now it's done. Like, so the ad is up and running and it's ready to go. So let me see here for you guys. So let's see, Galet said, if I want to attract targeted people to a webinar, can I only boost an ad on my fan page? Yeah, so you can only do ads on your fan page, Galet. You cannot do an ad on your personal profile. You could certainly share a post that you do from your business page, and if you want to share that on your personal profile, that's easy. You can certainly do that. So for example here, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, you know, for example here, if I were on, and again, because I use Business Manager, I'm going to do this from my Business Manager. But if you don't know, if you don't have that, or you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It does not affect you in any way. We own a Facebook ads agency, so that's why I use Business Manager. But you'll see it looks, you know, almost identical. I mean, everything else is pretty much the same. So this is for Galit. If I'm here at this post, if I wanted to, I could just click share, and I could share it on my personal profile. Super easy. In fact, you just click share, and then I would. It has some options of where I can share it. I can share it. You say share on your own timeline, and you hit post, and boom, I just shared it on my own personal timeline. Simple. So it's nice and easy. So you can see there, you know, we're already at 69,000 people and so on. And that's how you do it. So now we're going to do something really cool. So if you guys would like free publicity and you got some value out of this talk, go right now into the chat and write the word value. Okay, so if you got value, from this so far, write the word value. All right, and just do that right now. Hang on a second here. I'm going to copy and paste this in a few different places because we're doing this on a couple of different things. So if you got value out of this so far, write the word value. PK got value. Arjun got value. Brian got value. Ed got value. You guys are awesome. Yeah, Rebel, can you discuss how to get some people to your fan page to start? Yeah, that's a different type of ad called a page likes ad, Rebel. But yes, Galit says value, Rebel says value, Jeff says value, Gail, Tim, Ray, value, value, value. You guys rock, totally rock. And Gene Nash says value. Cool, you guys are awesome. So I'm at the same time while I'm chatting with you guys, I'm chatting with Gene Nash and Cheryl Ann Williams and Angela, and you guys are totally awesome. So this is a lot of fun. It's fun to be able to experiment and try new things doing this on Facebook Live at the same time. So what we're going to do now, if you got value out of this, I'm going to do something really fun. If you got value out of this, please don't keep me a secret. All right, this is something that I teach a lot of you. If you've been following me for a while, you've heard me teach, please don't keep me secret. If you got value out of this, please don't keep me a secret. And the way to not keep me a secret is to go to this Facebook page post. All right, so this is the Facebook page post. You can see here, I just copied and pasted this here, but please don't keep me a secret. You can go to this Facebook page post. All right, and this is the post where I just ran the ad. You just saw me place a $1,000 ad on this post. And so what I'm going to do that's really fun is, if you got value out of this, go to this post and write a comment on it. Please tell us what value you learned from this webinar. Okay, so please tell us what value you learned from today's webinar. All right, and here's what's going to happen. I just created a $1,000 ad on this post, plus the boosted post. You can see here, before that, it already reached 69,000 people. After that, it's probably going to reach 250,000 entrepreneurs. So if you want to get some free publicity for yourself and your business, just go on this particular post and write a comment. And please just tell us what value you learned from today's webinar. All right, so click the like button, write a comment, and then click the share button. And you will have the opportunity to get seen by over 250,000 entrepreneurs, small business owners, coaches, authors, speakers, the people that I just targeted on the Facebook ad. So we run, I'm going to show this ad to a whole lot of people, and a lot of people who see the ad, they go down and they read the comments. Okay, and so keep the self-promotion kind kind of dialed down. And what I mean by that is it's perfectly okay to say what you posted. It's perfectly okay to post with your personal profile. It's perfectly okay to post with your business page. And if you do that, you will get seen by 250,000 people potentially, not just anybody, real coaches, authors, speakers, and business owners and entrepreneurs. So take a moment and just do that so that you can get some of this free publicity. And this last part's important. You click the like button. So this is one of your reactions, whether it's like or love, whatever you want. Just pick whichever one you like, okay, you prefer. All right, write your comment. And then this last part's really important. Click the share button here. So if you click the share, I just demonstrated this a minute ago. You click the share button and share it to your timeline. Now, sometimes people say, well, I don't want to do that. Well, let me tell you why you might want to do this. The reason why, as you can see here, there's 58 shares. And for everybody who has clicked the share button, here's what I'm going to do. I click on this 58 shares. I can tell if you shared it or not. And I go in and I'm going to write. So for example, Maureen Ewing, she's going to get seen by 250,000 people. And I'm going to say, love you, Maureen. What this does, because I am commenting on the post, this is going to raise her visibility substantially. So the people who are going to get the most visibility are the people who click like, comment, and then also share. Because what I go back through like this, like I'm doing right now, I go back and I click the like button, and I'm going to give you a little shout out. So you are awesome, Cameron. All right. Cameron Bailey Sr. And so what that does is now Cameron Bailey Sr., you're going to get seen by 250,000 people. Sharon Marshall, you totally rock. So at Sharon, what I'm doing right now is I'm just commenting on only the people who share. Sharon Marshall, whoops, I got to do that again. Comment on the people who share, and what that does is it raises your visibility dramatically to the 250,000 entrepreneurs, coaches, authors, speakers. It doesn't cost you anything. Just click the share button, and only if you appreciated this information that I taught you, okay? All right, so let's see. Jeffrey Lee just did it. You rocked here, so thank you, my friend. I'm going to put you over there for a second. I'm going to open up a new tab. So you're going to get some free publicity. You get the option or the capability of getting seen by 250,000 coaches, authors, speakers, and it's free. And again, only if you got value out of what you learned today. So I just did a little refresh here so I can give a shout out to the folks who have done this so far. So let me go back and check. And by the way, if you want your signature talk template, you can also download this. It's a really awesome lead magnet. Okay, so we got 53 comments here. So we got some new comments. So that's awesome. You guys are totally rocking. So let me go down to the bottom and see the new folks here. There we go. Okay, so let me see. Barbara, try to find, oh, there we go. Cheryl Ann Williams, she just did this 3 minutes ago. You totally rock. Cheryl Ann Wilson, you rock. Thank you. You rock, Cheryl Ann. Okay, and looks like John Chang did the same thing. Thank you, John Chang. And there you go. Thank you, Cheryl Ann Wilson. Sorry, I keep doing that. And so again, everybody who does this, I'm going to go back through and I'm going to give you the shout out. PK Oodle, I love you, PK. You rock. Here we go. Love you, PK. It's Odal. I pronounced your name wrong, didn't I? Thank you, PK. You rock. Rebel, you rock also. My friend Rebel. All right. Thank you, madame. I appreciate it. You also rock. So thank you, guys. This is super awesome and helpful, and I appreciate you very much. And so again, you know, it's a good exchange of value. you're helping me by giving me some, a good legit shout out, and it's, legit. And I'm helping you by giving you some free publicity, great deal, right? I call this radical giving, and we've created a community of radical givers. And if you would like to learn more about the community of radical giving and how you can be a part of such a community, write the words radical giving in the chat bar. If you're interested in learning how to be in a community of radical givers, where it's a community of coaches, authors, speakers, and entrepreneurs, where we're all in support of one another. We all help cross-promote one another. We all help give reviews one another. We all help refer quality customers to one another. If you are interested in that, write the words radical giver. Write the words radical giver in the chat right now. So PK writes radical giving. Awesome. And yeah, PK said, thanks for getting my last name right the second time. Gail likes radical giving. Anybody else who likes radical giving, tell us about it. Let me know if you like radical giving. And I have a link for you. So what I want to show you is, at our last live event, we had a panel, and we do this at our live events. So we had a panel discussion of some of our top radical givers, and this panel of radical givers. We filmed this, and it was me interviewing our some of our top 4 radical givers, and these are some incredibly powerful people who are all making over $10,000 a month, being amazing radical givers, awesome heart-centered coaches, authors, speakers, and some of them are making up to $60,000 a month. And if you would like to learn about these radical givers and see how they do what they do, and then how you can join the community, you can go to this URL. So I'm going to copy and paste this URL in the chat, and I'm going to copy and paste it in the Facebook Live chat. So Brian says, radical giver, you're awesome, Brian. So I'm going to paste in the Facebook chat. And so on there, on the Facebook chat, this is where you can check this out. And it also allows you the opportunity to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. Down at the bottom, there's a 30-minute call to book a one-on-one consultation with me. And what I do is, here's something that's important. The people who coach with me one-on-one, the only people who coach with me one-on-one are people in my 20K club. That's a $24,000 year-long program. So you can't just hire me as a one-off kind of coach. However, I am just starting a new group of radical givers for the next 12 months in our program called Make Six Figures, Coaching from Anywhere, 12-month mastermind. And if you're interested in learning about it, you can schedule a 30-minute one-on-one call with me. And I will ask you some specific questions about your business. I will give you the exact strategies to help you grow your business to $10,000 a month. And if you are a fit for the program, I'll make you an offer. If you're not, I will give you some awesome free resources that will totally help you. So getting on a call with me for 30 minutes, that's literally a $1,000 value. To do is put down $27 for that call. So it's a $1,000 value. It's $27. And the reason why it's not free is I can't do it for free. There's too many people on our list. We have 35,000 people who would schedule a free call. So it's $27, and that's just to make sure that you show up to the call. And again, it's a $1,000 value. You get 30 minutes with me working on you and your business. We're also going to see if the Working From Anywhere 12-month mastermind is right for you. If it is, I'll make you an offer. If it's not, I will give you some awesome free resources and tell you, send you where you need to go, and we will remain friends. So that's it. I just want to tell you how much I love you guys. I hope you can see that I'm really passionate about this. I mean, I just have so much fun teaching these things, and I love doing this. Tell me if you would be interested in the future of watching these on Facebook Live as opposed to um, watching it on Facebook Live, or as opposed to watching it on Webinar Jam. Let me know what you would prefer. I'm kind of interested to hear, for the folks who are watching it on Facebook Live. I'm kind of interested to hear if you would rather see it on Facebook Live. So anyway, this has been a ton of fun for me. And of course, PJ caught a grammar error, or PK caught a grammar error. Thanks, PK. Thanks for posting that. Yep, my grammar's not that great. I focus on, you know, helping entrepreneurs. Not grammar's definitely not my strong suit. But thank you so much for all of you being here, and I really have much love for you. And I really hope to see you on the one-on-one call. If nothing more, I want to help you grow your business and help you help others. And with that, we're going to be on again next Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific at the same time. And I'll try to work out, you know, I was working out some of the kinks on this call, but maybe we'll work out most of those kinks, and maybe we can get them done so that we can post this on Facebook Live more often. All right, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love. Have a great night.